Welcome to Trips Awakening. You subscribe to the truth. It's Thursday. I told y'all every Thursday I was going to talk about the craziest things that I have experienced in the universe. So I come up with a cool last name. Every Thursday, it's going to be called Trips Encounter. It was all me. Let me quit being silly, but whatever I tell y'all, it's a true story. I keeps it straight up with y'all. Okay? My parents back in the day, we moved in this house. I didn't like the way the house looked. The house looked spooky as shit. Bunch of trees and stuff. And, we moved in, and then when I went inside the house, it looked creepy as shit. The house, I wasn't feeling it. I felt bad energy. I didn't like it. I was like, something about this house. I'm not feeling it, but I kept it to myself, And I was like, damn, so like a lot of strange things was like going on in there, One time I was laying in the living room, and I shit y'all not, I was laying in the living room just chilling. The TV was off, right? Next thing I know, the TV it come on by itself, and then it went out. And I'm like, I ain't gonna lie, I was like, what the fuck? Excuse my profanity. I thought I was bugging out for a second. And so I was sitting there chilling. Next thing I know, TV come back on again. I was like, oh, shit, fuck that, I'm out of there. I was going out that living room, and another strange thing happened in that house. Like I said, it was bad energy in that house. And, I had a basement. And, in the basement, it was antiques shit in there, excuse the profanity. And it was a bunch of like 1950 or 1940, 1950 record player and like old school clothes from back in the day. The landlord was lazy as shit. And I don't even know why my parents didn't check it out and see what was in the basement at the time, The landlord didn't clean out, and it was just a bunch of stuff, and I'm thinking, now, later on, like when I figured it all out, I was like, basically, it was probably some shit going on in there, some things that was, connected in that house. It was bad energy in that house. But let me get back to the story. I got off topic, my fault. So, and one time it was a piece of paper, it flew across the room, and I'm like, just like, what the heck, everybody else was in other rooms and stuff. And so one day, my father, he told me, he was like, go out to the glove department and get something. I didn't want to go out there, yo. I'm gonna keep it straight up with you. It was dark as shit, and I told you them spooky ass trees. I ain't like them spooky ass trees. So I go outside, and I go in the glove department. So I see my sister's doll, and I was gonna do something devious to it. When you're young, you do silly stuff. I was gonna try to break one of the doll's legs. Doll's legs. I was gonna try to break it, right? And so I grabbed it and picked it up. I bullshit y'all not. This is giving me chills telling y'all this shit. I grabbed the doll, and the dog's head started spinning around by itself. I screamed loud as shit. I was like, ah! I took that doll and I threw that shit in the woods somewhere. And I ran. I told, my father, I was like, yo, the doll's head was spinning around. And, my father, he kind of sensed there was some strange shit going on in the house. So, one night, I was asleep, and I heard footsteps in the room, And so I woke up my dad. I was like, I heard footsteps, and, he jumped up and grabbed his gun and shit. And he was like, like everybody was asleep. So next thing y'all know, we heard some bam, boom, boom in the walls and shit. So my dad, My dad said, I might be coming down to the basement. He was like, you stay. He said, you stay right upstairs and stuff, and I'm gonna go downstairs, because we started hearing shit downstairs as well. So he ran down there, and, you know, with the gun, and then, you know, he come back, he was like, there wasn't nobody in there. And then, you know, me and him sit talk for a second, and he was just basically saying, you know, it's some strange stuff going on. You know, I guess he's seen some strange shit there too. You know, excuse my profanity, but yeah, that's that house. We got up out of there. That house had bad energy. I don't know what was going on. You know, it was crazy. So I had to share this story with y'all. I hope y'all enjoy this. Like I said, every Thursday, Drips Encounter. If y'all feeling, tell me, my subscribers, tell me if y'all experienced anything strange in your life. You know, leave a comment. Do the right thing.